Greetings and salutations. We are back with Twin Flames in union, reunion, and recognition. This is just an energy layout for the masculine and the feminine and the way their energies intertwine each other. While they are in reunion, which happens frequently, union, which happens once, and recognition, which happens once. Separation happens frequently too, like reunion, because you got to break away to come back together. And it's like I say all the time, separation is the glue that keeps you two together. Absence not only makes the heart fonder, but it kind of separates the things that needs to be separated. Too much of a good thing is bad. Alright, can't do nothing in excess. And once again, things ain't always gonna be good. Even if things were just good, it's like Rocky. It's like Mick fixed them with all these shots. These title shots, right? With weak people. And Rocky, as slow as he is, even came to the conclusion of that. And then Clubber Lang, my nigga, Mr. T, put it plain and clear. You booking him fight with all these bums. He ain't never had no real champ. He fought a real champ. What happened? Lost to a real champ. Fuck you mean? Then he had to get his shit back. Fucking with Apollo Creed. My other mans. My main mans. You know what I'm saying? To get my boy the eye of the tiger. So he can get out here and step to the fullest. That's what this Twin Flame shit does, man. It breaks you apart and puts you back together. Best way I could describe a Twin Flame situation. Demo. Man, yo, masculine sets you on fire. Like, he's like lava that just engulfs your whole body. It kills you, but it turns you into a fucking phoenix. Like, you die, but you come back way more powerful than you was before you died. You know you can die and come back again. You know what I'm saying? But that's what this experience really is. You truly die in this situation. A lot comes out of you. There's a lot of loss, a lot of suffering, a lot of pain, but it's also a lot of bliss, a lot of happiness, a lot of breakthroughs, a lot of miracles, a lot of wondrous shit be happening with Twin Flames. That's why everybody want to claim this shit, but people don't really want to be about this demo. I'm almost done. I'm almost done. You know what I mean? As a Twin Flame vet, Twin Flame pro, this shit been good, bad, and ugly. But hey, that means 33% of the time, this shit been bad. Ugly and good, that's at least a 66% chance that this Twin Flame shit ain't gonna be bad. So even when it's bad, it's meant to happen. It's all about probability and chance, man. If it's sunshine all day, it's gonna be a drought. It's gonna be famine, and it's gonna be war, and it's gonna be plague. You know what I'm saying? Everything has to balance. All right. If you've never seen, the daytime, say you're a vampire that's never seen the sun, obviously. Imagine what it'd be like to peep it. Might be the last sunshine you ever see. This is probably gonna be the most beautiful shit you ever seen in your life. I'm done, just ranting. You know what I mean? Shout out to the twins that's sticking together, whether you with your twin or without your twin. Shouts out to the twins that's sticking together as friends. Shout out to the twins that's still sticking together and supporting their separate lives, along with the separate relationships that go with it. You know what I'm saying? This shit was built to make you two different people. Like, y'all both died and both came back. You burnt the shit out your masculine, killed him, destroyed the man. He came back as a phoenix. He did the same shit to you first, though. He did it to you first, though. Your masculine awakens the feminine, all right? They unlock the gifts that the feminine have to get in passions and really go out here and seek their dreams and activate powers that they ain't even know that was there on some X-Men shit. Like, that's the masculine. That's what he does first. He's the first person that puts the lava out that destroys you and shit. But eventually because you're a phoenix. You know what I'm saying? And, you end up consuming him. He dies and he comes back a whole different person. And voila. The metamorphosis system between why you two even came in each other's lives in the first place probably has came, blossomed, went, and now it's just like the afterburn, the after effect of the rest of y'all lives. Kind of like the Big Bang, radiation from the Big Bang. But thank God the Big Bang happened because we're at where we're at right now. Like, things have to be like this. This is life. Circle of life. Build and destroy it. Birth and rebirth. You know what I mean? Because we evolving out here. Reading starts in 5 minutes. This is LOE Ascension. We going up. What's up, Goddess? What's up? Yeah. That's where we go when we leave here. Any rate, first card in this message, this deals with both masculine and feminine. It's the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles is all about two people being in a place to be. Pentacles are persons, places, and things. Shit you could taste, touch, see, feel, and hear. All pentacles have expiration dates. All pentacles are temporary. And all pentacles expire. They can be replaced. They can be replicated. They can be destroyed. They can be created. Whether that's a person, place, or a thing, we talking about pentacles. They all have accountability and worth or weight or volume, whatever it is. It's a space. What's the world? It's third dimension. This is just a temporary space and time where pentacles dwell. I'm a pentacle, and this is the shit I'm bringing to the table. Thus, LLE Ascension. I'm a psychic. I got my own like language. I got my own deck. Got my own direction. Like my thing. Every person has a thing. like I got things like even outside this spiritual shit. Like I got things. I got shit going. I ain't just a psychic. Shit. Like, I got many talents. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm bringing shit to the table in a lot more other ways. It's like I'm bringing money to pay my bills. Every person really gotta have something to bring to the table. This is some shit. It's basic. It's a two, right? This is some shit a lot of people ain't grasp. It could be people in their 70s who still ain't figured this out. The fact that you gotta bring some shit to the table. That it ain't just you. You share a street, a house, a community, a city, a state, a ward, a region with other people. Every time you go out your door and come back in your house, it's somebody else that's going to be in your face and in your space. Step 2 in the Pentacles process here with the LLE deck. Hey, know who's stepping in your cipher. This your divine masculine? All right, you should know everything about this man. Y'all in union, right? I mean, y'all reunited, right? And it feels so good? Bet. Oh, you just recognize your twin. Perfect time to really get to know this other person in the other side of the square. Whether you about to make a friend or a future enemy. Whether your twin or your future mate, soulmate, whoever you end up with. You know what I mean? It starts with you and your twin, but it might end with somebody else on the other end of the receiving end of your name, your heart, your shit. When it comes to a Pentacles, hey, be aware of any person, place, or thing that steps itself in your cipher. Whether it's a wolf or a person. Other thing you gotta take with the Two of Pentacles, you know what I'm saying? This is value. Every person has to bring something to the table. If a person come to you in your space and in your face, they got an agenda. It's a reason why people come and go out your life. It's a reason why people's here for a reason and others are here for a season. You figure all that shit out at the Two of Pentacles, masculine, feminine. Y'all learning a lot about the Two of Pentacles today. Clarifying that, we got the Eight of Swords. That's a self-imposed prison. When I think about a self-imposed prison, it's a mental prison. It's an invisible prison, so only you in it. So this is two people, right? This is you. Whoever this person is, this pentacle is, they're in a self-imposed prison. It's not like this person can get this person out this self-imposed prison. It's a self-imposed prison. It's a mental prison. It's invisible. They don't see you in this. You could be suffering and scared like a motherfucker. They don't know what's going on. This is mental. Swords is something you register. Swords are thoughts, decisions, mentality, ideology. That's the direction you go in. That's the decisions that you make, and that's your mentality overall. The mind. Swords, the mind. Self-imposed prisons, that's something you register. Cups. Cups are just feelings and emotions. All feelings and emotions are just indicators on where you're going mentally. Then we got wands. What are wands? Things you're doing. Things you've done. Not things you finna do, because there's no accountability nor karma attached to that, because it ain't happened yet. What makes divines is the stuff that they do that make them divine. Their actions and behavior that make them divine, not their pentacles, not who they got next to them, not what they bring into the table. It's beyond pinnacle. This work, which are the wands. But yeah, it's a self-imposed prison. You don't know how you got yourself in, but you're gonna have to get yourself out. It's like slipping into an invisible prison. You obviously slipped into it. I bet you can. It's an escape somewhere in there. You're just gonna have to focus toward and get yourself out that jail. What is an Eight of Pentacles in my book? It's a false sense of security, insecure, and whatever words you want to take that. And it comes from not having a thing. Without a thing, you insecure. Without a place, you insecure. Without this person, you insecure. It's a pinnacle. You ain't insecure about not doing no actions or behavior, wands, because there's no, I mean, you working. When you working, you can feel and think, but you usually doing more walking or working or whatever you doing, moving. It's gonna take a lot more concentration to move around than what you feeling or thinking. Sometimes you can't really. It's like you driving a car. You spend too much in your head, you might cause a car accident. Like you driving in a car, you so heated, you so you know what I mean. Got your blood pressure rolling from your feelings and emotions that it might cause an accident. Like when you work, a lot of other levels, mind, feelings, cups are dialed the fuck down. Because whatever you working on, wands, behavior, actions, you're gonna manifest something from whatever this is you're doing. I'm saying all that shit to say this. Security, focus on it. Because we all got flaws. We all got faults. I'm telling you, I'm not sitting on no hill, no church, no mountain, high looking down on no motherfucking body. Nigga, y'all in the same boat. Same matrix, same plantation, same crab bucket. Please don't please don't get it twisted. I'm just, I just kind of got a thing here. Pinnacle. This is me and what I'm bringing to the table. Just peep me out. Eight of Swords ain't just a self-imposed prison as far as like false sense of entitlement. It could be a false sense of false sense of security, false sense of entitlement, and walls and gates you keep up against your heart and mind to keep your heart and mind from getting broke. You feeling somebody. It's like you want to get serious with them, but you don't want to get your heart and mind broke. So you do actually, like you going in a conscious decision. Sword, it all starts from here. You're making a conscious decision, right? To modify how you feel. Actions and behavior. Wands are the only thing you modify. Like, this thought's supposed to be an original one, and this is supposed to be a pure one. A pure feeling, a pure emotion. Whatever the fuck you making a decision on. It came from your head. Thoughts, right? You made a conscious decision to feel less or have less emotion before you do something with a person, especially if it involves feelings and emotions. It's like building a wall up against your heart to keep it like people out of it. In reality, people are gonna jump over this wall or climb under this wall. It's a gate, right? It's a lock on that gate. All right, you got people that pick locks out here. You know what I'm saying? You got locksmiths out in this motherfucker. Like, you know what I mean? You can't prevent the inevitable. You learn by doing. If it's just an experience to where you end up getting hurt, it's like jumping out the window for love and falling on your ass. But you were X-Men. This twin flame shit killed you and it brought you back as a whole new person. You can't die when it comes to love. Love is not gonna kill you. I mean, you're a phoenix, like, it's all mental, whatever self-imposed prison you choose to put yourself in. Or it could be just a long-standing belief that needs to be eradicated. Everybody has long-standing beliefs that needs to be eradicated, even me. But they're different, like the self-imposed prisons we put ourselves in. Bottom line, more important than all that, masculine and feminine, we got the Ace of Wands, which is awareness. The awareness is like the Nebuchadnezzar from the Matrix. It's the ship that takes you where? Four of Wands. What's that? Twin flame union, reunion, and recognition. Home. Zion. Home is where the heart is, but home is also where the hate is, where some of the greatest become greater. Home is where the heart is, yo. It ain't gotta be a place that's home. It could be another place that feels like home. It could be your hometown, you know what I mean? That you trying to arrive in or come back to. This is the Nebuchadnezzar. In the real world, you can't get nowhere without a ship. It's like you can't get to work without a guy. Can't get to Zion, Four of Wands, walking in the real world. The Matrix, third dimension, temporary space and time. That's the fucking Matrix. Four of Wands, Zion, the infinite, the fourth and fifth dimension. This is the real world. It's like reality versus it's awareness. When motherfuckers say woke and shit, just break it down what woke is. It's like literally awaking out the Matrix. We live in the real world. There's no sun. There's no cities. We live underground. We live on ships called the Nebuchadnezzar, which is our only way of transport. It's robots trying to kill us. Sentinels trying to kill us. They're trying to exterminate our motherfucking race. Like, it's a fight all day, every day up in this bitch. It's like a third war. Third world. Right? Country. We eat goop. Motherfuckers on this shit stank. You know what I'm saying? In the Matrix, it's sweet up in that motherfucker. You know, the 3D world we call Matrix or whatever you call the world. It's a temporary space and time where all things expire. That's what's in that bubble. We came from here like we're spiritual beings, Zion. I'm just awoke. I'm just waking y'all up. We're spiritual beings having a physical experience. It's like we all personally jacked in this motherfucking Matrix. We freed ourselves. Like, not everybody's gonna free themselves from the Matrix. Not everybody is gonna do this whole awakening process or even process real reality due to what we thought was reality the whole motherfucking time. Like, at the end of the day, this whole awareness, you know, ascension bit, hey, it can be a little tricky mentally. Nine of Swords is stress. Or stress, that's some shit you put on you. Like ketchup on your fries, like sauce on your steak, you dig? Like, ain't nobody stressing you out. You're stressing yourself out. Nobody put nothing on you. You took that on you. It's a mental thing. Letting what somebody else say dictate you. Your decisions or your mind or your feelings or the way you act or the way you do things. Like, this is just having too many damn thoughts. Limit your thoughts. Meditation frees this shit. Prayer feeds this shit. Anytime you getting scatterbrained, it's just all over the place. You have the awareness to know how to get out this jam. It's all in the mind. You register stress. It's the difference between somebody getting diagnosed that they only got 3 months to live. You can choose to accept that or buy into that or believe that. Whatever you're going to do with that, it's going to be mental, a sword. It's going to be this awareness that you got, that you ill and shit, or you're going to die. If you process it, then it's going to happen. But if you are aware enough to see that this stress shit is something you put on you, you can stop putting it on you. So you think, masculine and feminine, y'all ain't stressing each other out. Y'all just putting a lot of stress on y'all self. Ain't the world stressing you out. You're just putting a lot of stress on yourself about the world. You ain't got to think like the world. You ain't got to do like the world. You ain't got to feel how the world feeling. You got your own life, your own path, your own purpose, your own twin, your own demo. That you can do what you please with. You ought to think of the things, the thoughts that makes the things. You're going up essentially. You're just going to higher pinnacles and higher heights and higher levels of being. That's what a divine really does. Like I said, this divine shit is a gift and a curse. You literally awake from the matrix. That's what twin flame situations do more than anything. People ask, what's the purpose of these and shit if I ain't finna be in them? I mean, you get powers and gifts. I mean, you would have got that anyway with or without your masculine, but something has to awaken you. He's a flame. You're a flame. What do flames do? They light each other up. Awakened. My gifts and powers awoke through my twin flame shit. But I was already awoke before this. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything starts from the mind. That's where everything lies. More importantly, that's where God resides. But we'll get to that later. Coming to the situation, feminine. You got the Knight of Cups. This is the Joy card. Used to be the Romeo and Juliet card. The Romeo card. And the significance of that was, Romeo and Juliet was a tragedy. It really wasn't a love story. It was more karmic than divine. If Romeo and Juliet were like divine, then like I say, they'll have been Roman jewels. Old senior citizen couple, still alive, still in love, right? Telling their grandkids about how they first met, which would be the Romeo and Juliet story with a happy ending. There was no happy ending. They died in their youth. They were young when they died. That's not a tale of romance. That's a tale of fucking karma. Toxic relationship right there. Like, they wasn't on the same page. They wasn't on point. Twins are on point. At least you're supposed to. At least you got the powers and gifts to be on point. Y'all can feel each other whether y'all physically there or in a whole nother fucking city or a whole nother state. Y'all can fuck around in a whole nother plane of existence and dilly-dally. You dig? Like, that's what this twin flame shit teaches you too. Connection on a whole nother level. Out of level person that you ain't even physically or romantically involved with. How to be drawn to a person and didn't even know you could be drawn to people like this. You know what I mean? You know how time stops when with your twin and shit? Time literally stops when y'all two together. It feels like that, doesn't it? Y'all only been in, like, you only see them for about 10, 15 minutes on some passing by shit, or like y'all happen to path cross and shit, like cross paths and shit. Like, you know how it is when time slows when you're a twin. That shit you feel, cups, feelings and emotions. You know what I mean? Like, joy is the step after happiness. Happiness is a feeling, just like joy. It's gonna wear off. Happiness wears off. Joy wears off. Being angry wears off. Being in love wears off. Cups, feelings, and emotions, these shits wear off. They dissipate like farts in the air. You come back to these energies, but you can't keep this energy. You can't, you know, stay this way all day. You know what I mean? Joy comes and goes. That's why you gotta appreciate joy when it does become a part of your life. But what you can't do is just fight tooth and nail to stay in this essence of joy all day, every day. You're gonna hurt yourself doing that. You're gonna confuse other people doing that. So, feminine, you learn a lot about joy. You know what I mean? And really the step after happiness. Happiness is not a pinnacle. It's not a place. It's not somewhere you reach. It's not a checkpoint. It's just a feeling that pops up like when you smell a fart. Just, damn, man, what the fuck? Don't worry about it. It stank like a motherfucker, but that shit gonna dissipate. That's how emotions and feelings are. They just, you two could be cool as hell, then get to arguing and shit, and then back to cool again. I was just in my feelings, or you got triggered, or whatever. Let's just agree to disagree. Blood goes back down, you know what I mean? Tones go back down, and niggas go about their motherfucking business. Like, any type of back and forth argument, it ain't really argument. It's like, sometimes it's how you gotta speak. That's how you gotta communicate. One thing's about back and forth and shit. It's how you deal with it after that dictates how you gonna be afterwards. Like, I'm not gonna let that bring me down. I'm gonna stay focused and keep doing what I'm doing. Fuck what they talking about. And it's like, you might be right, but the other person on the same shit, and they right too. So in reality, ain't nobody right or wrong here. You spoke your opinion, you said your piece. You spoke your opinion and held your piece. Y'all all vented, and it calmed the fuck down. Y'all both went y'all separate ways, but it's cool. Ain't like one person was just talking, and the other person ain't say shit, or the other person ain't have a rebuttal. Because if one person was just talking, there would be no conflict, right? There would be nothing. At least if a person wasn't talking because they got enough sense to not talk while the motherfucker talking. All right, let him talk. He just like hearing himself talk bad. I let him talk all day, but I got what I need. The fact that he won't stop talking. And move the fuck on. And you usually argue with those you closest with. Like your dog or your kids or your parents. It's like you're going through a shitty day. Bad day at work. Argument you had with a goofy earlier or your best friend. It's like you get home and these kids do just what they usually do, and you yelling at them, "Shut the fuck up! Calm down! Damn, I just got home." It's like you ain't mad at them. That's why the kids look at you like you crazy. What? We've been doing this. You know what I mean? Like, hey, take your anger out on people that's closest to you, people you can trust, people who are listening here, people you know you ain't gonna just say this shit and it's gonna go somewhere else. You only confide in people that you trust. Even snake motherfuckers that gained your trust that you spoke to, it's a reason why you let your guard down and spoke to them. Like I said, when it comes to the feelings and emotions, be careful on who you vent to. Tell your life and your past experiences or mistakes or regrets or whatever. When you in your feels and you talking, just be careful who you share intimate details with. Let it be with a person who ain't gonna tell your business, or be with a person who understands. Otherwise, it's going to be used as ammo to people who don't like you or people who go in another direction with you and shit. You know, joy. You learn a lot about joy and how you can't maintain something that's going to come back. And what joy really means. Like how Romeo and Juliet was a tragedy. Really not a love story for the ages, because it ain't like they lived to be together. It's always used as a love story. Romeo and Juliet. When they look at couples, Romeo and Juliet. Like, nah, that's a tragedy. Roman jewels. That sound better. So somebody rewrite the story about what would happen if they were actually alive and they grew up to be Roman jewels to tell the story of what they thought happened. The whole Romeo and Juliet story in the future. That'd be dope. Step after the Knight of Cups, which the feminine had, we got the Queen of Cups, which the masculine has. It's a step past joy. Queen of Cups. Knights, Queens, and Kings of things are divine realms, by the way. Aces and Tens are karmic cycles. Divines go through karmic cycles, but we also go through divine cycles. It's an accountability going through a karmic cycle. It's accountability going through a karmic cycle. The shit that we got to do in the world, we're accountable for that, and we got karma that's attached to that too. Shit that we've done, shit that we doing in the third dimension, temporary space and time, where all things expire. But also in the fourth and fifth dimension, where shit is infinite, where twin flames and path and purpose and God and Christ consciousness resides. Over here, it's accountability for this shit too. We use God's name and shit. We doing supposedly God's mission or God's purpose or doing stuff for the kingdom, however we take it. Doing extra shit other than what we've been doing. It ain't just accountable over here. It's accountability over here. It ain't just karma over here. It's karma over here. From what you're not doing or what you try to attempt but doing it in the wrong way. Like we learn by doing here on earth as we do in heaven. So as a divine, it's just an infinite or a 24-hour job to get shit in order. We ain't juggling. It's left foot, right foot. We walking the path. We ain't just hopping or on like, motorized scooters. Or you know what I mean? Like it's like you walk over here it's like scooters. Like we be on scooters too with the rest of the world, but we also do our walking. We also do fourth, fifth dimensional shit, which get unlocked through things that we do on Earth. So, like I said, it's a reason we was here in the first place. To understand what true love is and shit. But yeah, the step after the Knight of Cups, which is joy. Queen of Cups, it's the psychic card in my deck. What's a psychic? It's trusting in your own intuition. That's what makes you a psychic. That's where your power lies, your intuition. That's how you even know you feel joy. Instead of just being happy. Oh, this is a step after happiness. This is a joy right here. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is like really being able to ID a divine from a karmic. A miracle and a blessing from, I don't know, something that's not that. This is the spirit of discernment when you need it. Emotional maturity. This is a Queen of Cups, right? Emotional maturity. Putting your big girl draws on. Because the step after this is the King of Cups. The 1950s, 1960s dad. The highest form of emotion you can be on. The energy to say fuck it to any and everything that ain't about the kingdom of God or your kingdom, queen. Your kingdom, queen. But yeah, this is just a psychic card. Dreams come true, wishes granted, miracles, writings on the wall, signs and synchronicities. All embody the Queen of Cups. This is also ghosting. What's ghosting? That's you not being there when you're supposed to be there. Ghost. You got divine duties to be on. You've been ghost on that. Told you, it's karma for the shit you don't do. You get ghost. It's like, hey, I'll be there tomorrow. You promise your mom you're gonna be there. You sleep in late. She does it by herself, or had to pay for help and shit because you got ghost. You know what I mean? It's gonna be karma to that. Masculine. This is getting ghost, man. Seems like your feminine getting clingy and you wanna spread your wings. Seems like your feminine just wants to commit to you in a certain way, but you just kind of trying to free yourself from commitment. You want it, but either it ain't the right time or you feel how I'm feeling. It's just too much for you right now. That's just kicking it off. So as far as the feminine energy, feminine. You in regards to yourself, you got the Queen of Swords. It's the Lucy Liu card. It's being 10 toes the fuck down on what mental direction you want to go right now. With yourself. Say that shit 2 times. It's a queen. Came in with a knight. Masculine came in with a queen. Big faces here. Like, it's being 10 toes the fuck down on what mental direction you want to go. This is moving in a way to where people move out your way. This is moving in a way to where you ain't got to explain yourself. This is making a decision or going in a direction to where you don't have to ask what the fuck I'm doing. You obviously see what I'm doing given how I'm coming at it. You know what I mean? This is like, you want to get married. You've been dating this nice guy, you're a twin, soulmate, whoever, kindred spirit, whatever. Been dating this person for a while. You both, and like you just coming out your ass with this shit. You both, came to the conclusion that y'all both want to take this shit serious. You don't see no action happening on his end, so what do? You step up to the plate, but you don't just step up to the plate. You pull a Queen of Swords, a Lucy Lou on this nigga. You become 10 toes down on what direction you want to go in with this relationship. You start talking about houses, locations, careers, children. It's like you having the necessary talks you need to have. Okay, we're gonna be committed, right? All right, we really digging each other. We got vibes here. All right, this is a forever thing. Okay, bet it up. Well, shit, say less. Let's get a house together. Let's put our business together. Pull our bread together. Let's fucking start a business together. Let's travel the world together. Let's do something grand. You ain't gonna have step shit. I ain't just dating you. Like a fiance is way better than the person you dating. A wife is way more better than a motherfucking fiance. But you can't just jump from dating to married. Like it's steps out here, and it's just like a person that's being proactive about the sword, direction, or decision. You want to go with yourself, with your relationship, or you want to go with yourself, with your career, or you want to go with yourself, with your social life, with your spiritual life, whatever. Just be serious about it. Be so serious that people ain't gotta ask you what you doing. They see you. They see what you doing. You going in a direction. You want to help me with this? Nah, I'm cool. All right, well, let me do me. You know where I'm at from the direction. You know what I'm on. You see what I'm doing. All right, then. You definitely want to spell it out for folks. So, just in case, it takes you to say something to get them to help you out or whatever the fuck, mention it. Just, because sometimes you got to spell it down for folks. Sometimes people actually got to hear it or need you to state the obvious for them to obviously get on what the fuck they need to get on with you. But like Lucy Lou and Kill Bill, which is the Ten of Swords, is like, you ain't really got to ask questions here. Like, I think you know what it is. It's like a person, Lucy Lou looking cool with the music and shit, walking to wherever her next destination might be. It's like a random motherfucker stopping her in the middle of her walk. Like, don't you see I got the gang? Like, who are you? I don't speak to nobody's. Like, do you even know who you talking to? Like, please somebody tell me this nigga's here for business. You know what I'm saying? You really get your ass killed out here stepping to the wrong person. Like, it's like a person stopping Lucy Lou and Kill Bill from going from one place to another. Randomly. Like they don't know what's going on. Like, you know what I mean? It's sword, though. You either know or you don't. Knowing is registering. So motherfuckers either know you or they don't know you. They know what you about and not like, no, it ain't what you think is what you know. You'd be surprised what people actually know about other people. Or people actually know what's going on right now. You know what I mean? Knowing is something you have to register. Sometimes you gotta register. Fuck an attitude adjustment. You gotta register the whole decision and direction. I'm even going with you. Like, why are you here? A person chooses to be in your face and in your space to a pinnacle. Why are you here? You made a conscious sword decision, direction to come this way. Why are you here? You know what I'm saying? But you should know. Like I said, people need to be going in directions that's just like these, clear. So this is, you going in a direction where you ain't got to say too much. You ain't got to do too much. It's the queen. You have the power to do that. Like I said, it's like breaking up with somebody and not saying shit. They come home, they shit packed up, sitting outside on a motherfucking curb. This ain't their house. It ain't like they got something in the table or where it's going to benefit you. It's like, shit. You ain't got to talk. Like, you see the direction I went, respect that. You know what I'm saying? That's a Queen of Swords. Yeah. So that's something you're going to have to do for yourself. Okay? You got the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is for the masculine in regards to the feminine. Dreams come true, wishes granted, and miracles. So the Nine of Cups is this too. It's the Nine of Cups inside of this. So Nine of Cups, once again, dreams come true, wishes granted, miracles, signs and synchronicities, writings on the wall, as well as the psychic card, as well as the X-Men card, as well as ghosting. Yeah, that's all in one card. The book will make much more sense. But Nine of Cups. Part of this is in here. So Nine of Cups is just the dreams come true, wishes granted, and the miracles. This is the step before happiness. So miracles, wishes granted, you know, dreams coming true. That's something that came from here. You know, something you wanted to happen or felt to happen or was yearning to happen and some shit like that. Like happiness comes from within. So these miracles and these wishes and these dreams, they come from within. And like I said, dreams have to come true. Miracles have to happen. Which has got to get granted. Number one, so you know God real. But number two, so you can see that whatever you're trying to get is attainable. Like you wanted twin flame union, reunion, recognition. That was the fucking prize. That's your dream. That's your wish. I mean, that'd be a miracle for you right now. That's what it was for me. And even when I was wishing for it and hoping for it, I didn't really believe it was going to happen. Even though people was telling me it was going to happen. And it happened. And when miracles happen and dreams come true and wishes granted happen, where does that motion first go to? Here. You made a clear conscious decision that this is what the fuck you want. And it's like you finally feeling. You ain't even register it happened. Like when union happened, it took the last shit that happened was me registering it. It's like it went backwards. How does the masculine move? Backwards, right? Like from the pentacles to the wands to the cups to the swords. How do feminists move? From the swords to the cups to the wands to the pentacles. It didn't happen like it just literally popped out. It manifested. Boom. Then the actions that came between me and my masculine when this shit was popping up. And around that time is when I start to feel it. Like, yo, this shit is actually fucking happening. And then it started to register. But it really didn't register till after this was gone. Like I say, cups are like farts. They like shit that it's temporary. You know what I mean? When that shit wore off and I really just had my thoughts, it's like, yo, I registered it. Yo, this is union. This is fucking union. Yeah. So, yeah, miracles gotta happen. So you know God is real and so you can stay in the game. That's why you gamble, right? To hit something. You can put all this money on this machine, waiting and debating and being frustrated with yourself and drinking all these cocktails, sitting next to this video keno machine to not win. You win something to let you know, nigga, this is what I play them for. This is why I kept playing, right? Just for this right here, because this type of shit happens. You ain't gonna win if you don't play. I played, I win. Hey, that's why I play this shit. That's how miracles and wishes granted and shit happens. More so emotions and feelings, which are just indicators of where you going mentally. Like this dream happening or wish coming true, it's registering. Damn, this is what I do it for. Like people that hit me with good twin flame stories or good path purpose stories or good just coming back to God stories. Like it just makes me fall warm inside when I get calls from people. Man, came back home. Twin came back home, or you know what I mean? It just makes me smile. Like y'all happy and y'all geek, but I get geeked off that shit because it lets me know why I still do this shit. I do this shit for, like I said, just help. I don't get off the help, but I just want to do my part. That's compassion and just the passion that I have for this shit. But moving on to the masculine role. Feminine, in regards to the masculine, you got the Knight of Wands. This is moving fast and fiercely towards your divine direction, i.e., being in a place to be. What's the place to be? That's the current place you in life at right now. Like wherever the fuck you at, watching this shit, whatever your situation is outside of watching this shit, like you exactly where you need to be. Don't get triggered by me saying that because it might be a place you fucking hate or despise right now. Nah, don't take nothing from that. Me saying that. Let me explain. It might be the best time you have in your life right now. It's supposed to happen. But wherever you at, like I say, you just moving forward to the next phase. Whether you in the best place of your life right now or the worst place in your life right now, this is where you were meant to be. Like I say, joy don't last always. Wishes, granted, miracles, that happen. But just like cups, it's this feeling, this it's gonna dissipate because you finally got what you want now. So now you dealing with it. Well, I didn't know I wanted it until I got it. Well, you got it. Once you deal with it, it'll register in your head that this is actually for you. Like a person I know won $1 million. The worst shit that could happen to them because they blew that shit and it fucked their whole damn life up. They probably would have been straight without that. But you would think having that shit'd be cool. Like I said, there's millionaires out here who ain't got life of their own. There's bums on the street who living their best life. It's what you're doing that counts. Knight of Wands, like actions got you here. Whether it's good, bad, or ugly, wherever you at, it ain't permanent. It's temporary. So if you're in a good space right now, like I mean, it's only a matter of time for life gets to going in the cycle it needs to go. If it's ugly, it might get bad before it get good, or it might get good and then bad. And if it's bad, it's gonna be good. Or at least ugly before it gets better. But like I said, however this shit go, 33% chance that it's bad. That leads to 66% chance of shit being copacetic to really get your life lessons and experiences from. That's life in a nutshell. That's why you moving fast and fiercely in your divine direction. You alive, right? Time is ticking, and you still here. Okay, that's this. Like, this would be a visual. It'd just be, I don't know, a guy sitting somewhere like, yo, what Daniel doing? And then he pulls me up on the screen, and I'm just like doing what the fuck I'm doing, and it's got like a time pace thing and the date. Like, okay, you know what I mean? He on his job, or he ain't on his job, or okay, I see what's popping. Like, no matter where you at, you're always in a constant state of influx, up or down. You don't want to just be like this. At least have like a consistent. So if shit is up, that's cool. If shit is down, that's cool. If shit get ugly, it's cool. You consistent. It ain't like what's up. You needed that to get you up. Then shit down, so now you dropping with it, and it's just you just moving consistent. Whatever happens, this is the variable. But you are the constant. But when, you constantly depending on variables or your constant is the variable, it's all about wands, actions, and behavior, things you're doing or things you've done. The only shit you accountable for and getting karma for and the shit you ain't did yet. This is going to what you ain't did yet. Or being on path to where you ain't to the stuff you ain't did. Because we're doing shit every day. Putting it to the masculine energy, though, the reason why this is out here, you in a place to be, because we got the the 10 of Pentacles. This is two people coming together like butt cheeks. This is a person who line their life, 4 of Pentacles, that's a life, 4 of Pentacles, that's a life. 4 plus 4, that's 8. 8 of Pentacles is your life in a car. It's the shoes on your feet, the clothes on your back, the comfortable bed you're sleeping on. 4 walls you call shelter. Your job, your car, your kids, your crib. That's what your life consists of. Your heart is a pinnacle. Your brain is a pinnacle. Your voice is a pinnacle. You are a walking, talking pinnacle. Your eyes are our pinnacles. You know what I'm saying? You lose these pinnacles. What are pinnacles? Temporary things that have expiration dates. My eyes got expiration date. My sight has expiration date. One of these lungs, one of these kidneys might. You understand what I'm saying? Like my nervous system, my digestive system, my erectile system, everything has an expiration date. Why you think people partner up anyway? Because they too have come to the conclusion that, damn, you know what I'm saying? Eventually I'm going to need some assistance. You know what I'm saying? When I get older and shit. It ain't just being alone on a social level. Being alone on a physical level, spiritual level, emotional level, on every motherfucking level. You know what I mean? So when two people come together as one, that's a beautiful thing. This is the masculine energy, right? So, like I say, where you at in your life right now is exactly where you need to be. For what? For something to manifest. 10 of Pentacles is manifestations, too. Something's going to manifest. It's coming. Because you're at the right place to do it. That's why you even won on a slot machine that you won at. Out of all the motherfuckers who was at that slot machine prior to you winning this jackpot, out of all the casinos you done passed up to come to this one and sit at this motherfucking chair right here, you was the motherfucker with the payout. Like a person that just got up after playing on that shit all day, and you sit on there and put one quarter in and win a motherfucking $250,000. Nigga, that was all you. Yes, they probably warmed it up for you, seat and all, but that's all you right there. Because going back to the Two of Pentacles, you put your quarter in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, like some things just have a place. Like true relationships, man, true friends, true family, man, they one of a kind. It's hard to come by. Real shit. Finding a real like-minded, understanding person in the world right now is like finding a four-leaf clover. Straight up and down. So appreciate when you, especially a masculine, feminine, that you can really become one with, unite with, you know, do like-minded shit with. It's you and a friend, male friend of yours, y'all created a business. Or you and your male friend, or masculine friend, because he could be a she could be a he, you not be rocking. Just doing some shit. It varies. Pentacles vary. Depending on the pentacles you pentacling. So masculine. In regards to yourself personally, you got the Ace of Swords. This is Ascension. So awareness came out here. This is that whole woke rant that I gave. Then we got Ascension. Ascension is going up. What's going up? Goddess, what's going up? Goddess, what's up? This is strength, power, authority, dominion, courage, valor, knowledge, wisdom, understanding. All that is this. Like, this is like intelligence. This is like being smart. You want to know something? This is finding an A for answer to that question. Anything, A for anything you want to attain. A for attain or A for acquire in your mind. You can find that out yourself. You don't need nobody outside your brain to find any answer in this world. You connected to the motherfucking universe. Nigga, you connected to the source. You know what I'm saying? How you can't find no answer to your life's problem? You are the thinker who thinks the thoughts to make the things. This life wouldn't even be happening if you wasn't living it. God, yeah, this ain't awoke. Because there's a lot of fake woke motherfuckers around here. This is ascension, going up. There's only one right way. It ain't good and bad. It ain't good and evil. It ain't the devil and fucking God like on the same plane or even got a throne for it. That motherfucker to sit on who ain't God. Like, come on, man. This is knowing. This is the difference between knowing shit and thinking. And what you think is what you know. What you think, don't mean anything. But what you know can be useful. Can change lives. It can create awareness. You know the truth. So you create books to give out the truth, thus giving people awareness. It was truth before it became something that people can get aware about. God been around. We just getting aware. God is absolute. A for absolute. We're just getting awareness on how absolute the absolute is. You know what I'm saying? Like, future final row. Wrapping this up. Feminine, going to the future, you got the pain card. Three of Swords. That's going past the point of no return. So, Ace of Swords, that's strength, power, authority, dominion, courage, valor. A for anything you need to succeed, survive, and thrive in life. You get that by going up. What's up? Goddess, what's up? But guess what? You ain't got to go up. Two of Swords. In my book, I love your Ascension deck. This is called so-called options, or the fork in the road. We all can make a deliberate choice to go up or go down. We can go left, right, in a circle 500 times. We have the free will to do whatever the fuck we want, to seek whatever answers that we want, to learn any truths that we choose to seek. It's our mental choice or direction or decision we going in to put our focus sword on what A for information, knowledge, wisdom. Awareness is a wand. That's something you do with the wand awareness that you get. Nah, how you, it's like, Ace of Swords is like information. You got enough information to know that there's only one right way. Because it was only one right way before you even knew you had an option or a choice. Right? But you find some other option or alternative or another choice. And you choose to, I don't know, go that way. Only to go in three circles. Only to go against your family, against your foundation, against everything you've been taught. Because you figure like they must be non this because you searching for this way. Only to get back to the Three of Swords to where you understand that you can go literally north, south, east, west, but you still gonna go in the right direction because there's only one direction to go, and that's up. Even if you spend your whole life not even looking up, right? When you die, guess where you go? Up. Hell does not exist, man. I mean, you will not exist. That'll be your fate. Non-existing, not ascending. We ascend. We're human beings, so we're mortals. When we die, we ascend to the next level, to the next plane. Satan, Lucifer, and the devil can't do none of that shit. They don't ascend. Their fate is non-existence. You can share their fate if you want to go down with them. It'll be a conscious choice to go down with them. When there's only one place to go and up, and it's painful, like understanding that you went in a whole circle only to see that the way you was dodging or the way you didn't want to go or the way you thought it wasn't is the way. It's painful. Wasting time, energy, and resources going in a circle. You knew not to mess with this person no more, but you chose to go down that road anyway. Boom. You end up right back. Square one. Painful. Damn, I should have just cut my losses before I made this circle. Feminine, you're gonna learn a lot about the path of no return, or going past the point of no return. And to put it in a easy way to look at this shit, Ace of Swords. That's like the North Star in slavery that they're not teaching about in history books anymore. So all slaves knew where the fuck freedom was at. They were aware and had high insight on where freedom probably was. It definitely ain't around here. They literally can go north, south, east, and west and still be in slave territory. You know, that's why we ain't going north. We going up. Look up. What's up? Damn, that's the North Star. That's the way to free. Yeah, but everybody know about the North Star. Question is you ready to leave the motherfucking plantation, the matrix, the crab bucket? That's the difference between being awoke and just knowing shit. You can know all things in the world, but if you ain't putting no actions with this awareness, then you ain't going nowhere. A smart slave will learn how to read before he goes on this Underground Railroad. You can't just hear about the Underground Railroad and go. You don't even know how to leave. You don't even know the conductor signs and symbols. You don't even know how to ride this Underground Railroad you hearing about. You ain't even equipped mentally to even take this motherfucking trip. Alright, as bad as you want to go to freedom, you should have the maturity or at least the insight to know it ain't time yet. You get prepared. Like Jean-Claude Van Damme and Double Team with Dennis Rodman when he was training to get off that island. He knew he had to get the fuck up out that island and shit. You know, he knew he wasn't. You know, the chances of him being in that island was just gonna limit the chance of him seeing his newborn son and his wife ever again. So he had to prepare. Thus the rigorous training that this motherfucker doing. He lifting tubs and shit. This nigga kicking gravel rocks and shit. Boy holding his breath in the tub. You know what I'm saying? For what? The journey. And guess what? It's gonna be a painful journey. It's not gonna be an easy journey. You know what I'm saying? Awakening and choosing to go up north, because you can go to Freedom Land and still be a fucking slave. You can go to Freedom Land and still face racism and oppression. There is no difference between the South and the North. The only difference is the direction you going. Some people choose to stay where they at or go north, south, east, west. Some people choose to rise above it. Cool motherfucking runnings. Like, hey, it ain't no easy journey. That's why you prepare for this shit rigorously. That's why it took all this time to really embrace union, masculine, or reunite with your masculine, feminine, or to even go up with this shit. You know what I'm saying? Final card is message, masculine. We got the bridge. This is you. It's somebody else, and what the fuck y'all doing? This is the Three of Pentacles. You knew at the Three of Pentacles what you and your feminine was going to do, or how you and your feminine need to do this shit. And in fact, y'all knew at this. You knew when you first seen your divine feminine exactly what the fuck you wanted to do. This. And you're going to do that. This is you and your feminine sharing a life together. And for you non-twins, masculine and or feminine, this is you and another person stepping to a new plateau. Like I said, there's other twins out here. If your twin ain't on business, vice versa, you go for masculine and feminine. You do got soulmates out here. You got good karmics out here. I can't shit on all the karmics, but you know, uh, hope that resonates. Hope this helps. Definitely gonna crack out another astrology by the end of the night, but stay tuned for more messages coming up. All right, deuces.